Narito na ang programa Tubig at Mga Mineral. Tutukan ang pinakanatural na pamamaraan ng pangangalaga ng kalusugan. Hatid sa inyo ng Ver1 Rev Enterprise at Ionique Concentrated Mineral Drops. Tubig at Mga Mineral.
Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat mga kaibigan. Ito ang palatuntunang Tubig at Mga Mineral. Ako naman si Angie Dakis, bumabati ng isang magandang umaga. Sana'y maganda at positibong muli ang inyo pong pakiramdam. Tatulong pa rin yan ang concept ng Tubig at Mga Mineral. Ang nag-iisang produkto ng Ver1 Rev Enterprise, ang MRI Ionique Concentrated Mineral Drops. Ang Water Doc si Doc Ren Paragas. Ang iisa lang po ang kanyang produktong ini-endorse. Yan ay ang MRI Ionique CMD. At syempre sa ating mga kababayan, ang palatuntunang ito ay inihahatid sa inyo ng Ver1 Rev Enterprise. Ito ang exclusive distributor ng Ionique Concentrated Mineral Drops. Ang MRI Ionique CMD available lang sa 3 bote, 30 ml, 60 ml at 120 ml. Ang magandang balita dyan, napaka-handy niya, napaka-economical at talagang napakadaling gamitin. Ihahalo lang, ipapatak lang sa inuming tubig na may schedule. Natin po ibinibigay ng libre sa mga kababayan. Ngayong umaga sa Word of Wisdom for this day sa program, galing to sa 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 58. Sabi dito, "Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourself fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain." Huwag yan kakalimutan, basta ang ating ginagawa ay para sa Panginoon, lagi nang iyan ay magkakaroon ng magandang resulta. At laging merong tinatawag na grasyang kapalit yan. Ngayong umaga sa ating mga headlines, bibigyang atensyon sa mga oras na ito. Sa WhatsApp Water Doc, tatalakayin natin ang iba pang paraan upang maiwasang lumubha ang sakit na cancer. Mga paraan upang mangyari ang pinakananais, pinakaasam na remission sa sakit na cancer. Pakinggan din ang bahagi ng pakikipagpanayam sa mismong president ng MRI na si Mr. Bruce Anderson sa kanyang naging pagbisita sa Pilipinas. Yan ang ating mga bibigyang atensyon ngayong umaga sa ating palatuntunan. Kaya tutok lang!
Ating alagaan ang kalusugan sa wastong paraan, mga sustansyang kailangan tuwing tayo ay kakain. Dapat ilaan, pagkain kakainin, masustansya ang hain. Marami ang kailangan, sustansya sa ating katawan, tubig at mga mineral. Ang laging kulang, sanhi nito ay sakitin ang katawan. Iwas to ang kalusugan, tamang pagkain at inumin. Tubig na purified ang dapat inumin. Ionique CMD, sa tubig dapat haluin. Ionique Minerals lamang ang nagbibigay energy na kung kulang ay ika'y tatamlay. Tubig at mga mineral, sagot sa kalusugan. Panibagong konsepto sa kalusugan. Sundin mo ng masinsinan at lulusok ka na uli, o kaibigan.
Good day to everyone. Ako po si Mean T, 52 years old. Ako po yung naging auditor sa isang auditing company. After that, ako yung nasa family business po namin for about 20 years. Ngayon naman ay tumutulong ko sa seminars na kinoconduct ni Brother Bo. And ako rin po ay advocate ng health. Lalong-lalo nung makilala ko ang Ionique CMD. So mga kaibigan, kung if you are sick and tired or being sick and tired, at kung kayo ay katulad ko na allergic sa mga gamot, na ayaw masira ang ating liver or kidney sa pag-take ng synthetic drug, ito yung maganda. Para sa akin, pinakamagandang option po natin. Tubig at Ionique CMD lang para sa ating kalusugan, para sa kagalingan ng lahat ng ating karamdaman.
Ang ating palatuntunan tubig at mga mineral ay napapakinggan sa iba't ibang mga himpilan ng radyo. Kaya magandang araw sa inyong lahat saan man kayong bahagi ng ating bansa na ngayon naroroon, Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. At maging bahagi ng aming social media accounts sa YouTube at sa Facebook. Napakadali naming hanapin mga kaibigan, Ionique CMD Philippines. Yan. Ang spelling ng Ionique is IONIQUE. Ayan, friends tayo sa FB at isubscribe nyo ang aming YouTube channel, Ionique CMD Philippines din. Makikita nyo dyan ang mga latest videos, updates na siya namang makakapagpaliwanag sa inyo lalo pa kung ano nga ba yung ating concept ng tubig at mga mineral at ano na ang mga naitulong nito sa mga taong sumubok na ng ating concept ng tubig at mga mineral. Siyempre, pwede rin kayo mag-PM sa amin, send your private messages o chat tayo sa FB o kaya naman text tayo sa ating text line na 0917-770-7925 o sa 0999-788-7512. Mas maganda po ilagay nyo kung taga saan kayo at nang sa ganun mabati namin kayo dito sa ating palatuntunan. Sa mga oras na ito, bibigyan na natin ng atensyon ang ating segment na What's Up Water Doc. Ito yung last part ng ating topic hinggil sa cancer. Kung saan tinatalakay natin paano ba nagsisimula ang cancer, paano nangyayari ang cancer, at ano yung mga paraan para magkaroon ng remission to cancer. At ito po yung patuloy na pagtalakay ng ating Water Doc hinggil sa sakit na cancer. Narito po. Ito po ang palatuntunan tubig at mga mineral, sagot sa kalusugan. Kasama pa rin po natin ang Water Doc ng Pilipinas. Sa mga may cancer dyan, don't lose hope. Pero ginawa niyo na ba ang lahat para maging maganda man lang ang inyong pakiramdam sa sakit na ito? Well, marami pong suggestion si Doc. Baka hindi niyo pa ito nagagawa kaya nariyan pa rin si cancer. Doc Ren, nabanggit niyo ang attitude, sunlight, exercise, diet. Meron pa bang ibang paraan para mabawasan man lang ang hirap na dinaranas sa cancer?
Meron po. At ito po yung tatalakayin natin sa araw na ito. So, aside from yun na nabanggit nyo, Mamanji, some important things that you really have to consider kung meron kayong cancer is also love. Diba? Sabi nga nila, ang love po ay may positive na effect sa ating katawan. You could give love or receive love. Sabi nga nila, love is a powerful healer. Diba? Kung meron kang minamahal, gusto mong tumagal ang buhay mo. Therefore, you would do all means to give love to yung taong mahal mo. Kung meron naman nagmamahal sa'yo, he or she will provide you the affection that would ease you. Kasi maraming bagay na with love lang, marami pong nagagawa. Okay? Because love by itself will change the chemical pathways of the brain and will affect yung resistance of the body. Sabi nga, meron isang doktor na nagsabi, I have been practicing medicine for 30 years and I have prescribed many things. But in the long run, I have learned that for most of what ails the human creature, the best medicine is love. Sabi nung associate niya, yung bata-bata, what if it doesn't work? Sabi nung mas matanda, double the dose. Okay? So, ito po actually nakikita ko, Mamanje, in the practice of medicine today, ito yung bagay na nawawala sa present-day doctor.
Kulang.
Diba? So, if they could only show more love, then itong mga taong may sakit, di ba? They will feel better because they feel that they're being attended to better. So another bagay naman na kailangan ng tao may cancer ay yung laughter. Kasi ang laughter has the same effect as love. Sabi niya, kung meron kasi isang center ng cancer, ang pinapagawa daw is pinapanood ng mga pasyente nila ng lahat comedy. So pagtawa ng tawa, ng tawa, ng tawa, at the end, okay, hindi man nila nararamdaman yung pain. Okay? Because of yung positive effect ng laughter. Another thing that we have to consider dito is forgiveness. Forgiveness is the best form of love. Sabi nga, it takes a strong person to say they're sorry and an even stronger person to forgive. Kasi unforgiveness po, meron po yan powerful impact sa brain chemistry. Kasi ang negative emotions, it would consume the brain and convert its constructive powers into negative energy of destruction. Lalo na yung hate. Actually, sa aking practice, marami din ako nakikita. Yung mga nagka-cancer talaga, yung meron silang kinikimkim
Na sama ng
sama
loob.
ng loob, di ba?
Uh-huh.
Na ayaw nilang i-let go.
So, yun Doc, dahil sa itong mga negative emotions na to, nag-iipon ba to ng toxins pa sa katawan?
Yes.
Additional
Actually, it does.
toxins.
Kasi, pag ikaw ay may ganung emotion, pati yung mga hormones mo, mga chemicals in your body, pumapalya po yan eh. Okay? So, it's very, very important to let go of it. Ang isa pa nakakatulong sa mga taong may cancer is music. They say that music is the voice of the soul. Na pag pinakinggan mo at lalo na love music, it will also ease pain. Lalo na the influence of harmonious sound can translate into the inner harmony of the body with powers of nature exerting strong healing influence. Lalo na yung mga tugtog na it is happiness generating. Sabi nga nila, these are natural cancer healer. Isa pang pwedeng gawin ng taong may cancer is to engage in any humanitarian undertakings. Okay? Lalo na if it is faith-based undertakings. Kasi ang purpose mo dito, makatulong ka ng tao at ang hinahagad mo dito ay lagi yung kung anong tama. Diba? Pinapakita mo inyong concern, love, and care for others. And with this, you would also find purpose of living. And with this, mapupurnog po ang inyong buhay. Ngayon, napapansin natin with the advancement of technology, di ba? It has made life very, very easy for all of us. Kasi lahat, di makina. However, there is one appliance that is not recommended kasi it would cause cancer sa inyong katawan. And this is the microwave. Ang microwave kasi, with its frequency, ang ginagawa niya, binabago niya yung structure ng pagkain mo. Worse, it destroys the inner component of the cells. Makita mo sa labas, okay, parang pagkain, pero sa loob, durug-durug na po yan. And therefore, you are not feeding your body proper nutrients. And kung walang nutrients sa inyong katawan, paano po niya may repair ang mga damages na nangyayari? And therefore, yung microwave oven is always related to cancer, carcinogenic effect. Another thing that you could do is meditation and prayer. Diba? Kasi ito po yung nakaka-reduce ng stress. And sabi nila, prayer is the most effective medicine. Dahil alam natin, it is a conversion with our Creator. And with God, everything is possible and nothing is impossible. So pray, pray, and pray. So ito po yung karagdagan na mga bagay-bagay na maituturo ko sa inyo. Okay, it's not only specifically yung water and minerals, but there are other things a patient with cancer can do para ma-resolve yung kanyang condition.
Pero Doc, any reaction about chemotherapy? Kasi conventional medicine is always promoting or advising their patients to do chemotherapy. How do you react on this and what your stand on it?
Okay. Once in my research regarding itong tubig at mga minerals, I have also come up with itong chemotherapy. And I have read an article na nagsasabi, ang chemotherapy is the only poison allowed to be administered to a patient. Ulitin ko pa, it is the only poison allowed to be administered to a patient. And there was a study na ginawa, I cannot mention the exact title of the study. Ang sabi po dito, there was a survey conducted with 100 oncologists globally. Okay? Tinanong nila sa mga oncologists. Oncologists po ay mga doktor na ang specialty po nila is they deal with cancer. Ang tanong, kung kayo po ay magkaroon ng cancer, magpapa-chemotherapy ba kayo? Ang score po, 96 against 4. Meaning, sabi ng 96, ayaw nila. Ang 4 lang ang sabi, papayag sila magpa-chemo.
Nako.
Actually, ang chemo po ay nag-start sa isang laso na ginamit po doon sa Vietnam War para mapatay nila ang mga Vietcong. Okay? That is how they design itong mga chemotherapy. At saka chemotherapy is not good for all cancers. Actually, itong ironic, chemotherapy daw is good only for very, very rare cancers. But for cancer of the breast, cancer of the colon, cancer of the liver, cancer of the brain, okay, cancer of the ovary, hindi daw yan effective. Because ang chemotherapy only has between 2 to 20% hitting average. Mababa masyado. Kaya lang, ito po yung protocol na ginagamit ng medical science, yung mainstream medicine. So, on today's doctor naman they always follow the protocol regardless of what it could do to the patient. But sabi, ganitong gamitin mo, yan ang ginagamit. Kaya nga nakakalungkot po
Okay. Maraming salamat, Doc. Sa ating mga kababayan, sana po'y marami kayong natutunan sa ating pong tinalakay nitong mga nakalipas na araw hinggil po sa cancer. Yan ang last part ng topic tungkol sa sakit na cancer ni Doc Ren Paragas. Sana ay marami kayong natutunan at nakuhang mga tips para sa remission to cancer. Sa mga kababayan natin, libre po naming ibinibigay sa aming mga tanggapan ang mga suggestions, pati yung vegetarian diet na ating binabanggit para sa mga cancer patients natin. Libre yan ibinibigay sa lahat ng aming mga tanggapan at sa mga services natin sa ating tanggapan ay libre. Kaya punta po kayo. Unang-una sa ating main office, nasa Unit 5B, 3rd floor, RL Building, Panganiban Drive, Lerma, Naga City, sa lalawigan ng Camarines Sur. Sa NCR naman, sa Unit 2012, 3rd floor, sa harapan ng elevator ng Farmers Plaza Mall, Araneta Center, Cubao, Quezon City. At sa Cebu, ang ating address ay nasa ground floor, DG3 Building, 72N Escario Street, Capitol Site, Cebu City. At sa Davao naman, sa Mezzanine Manuel Morales Building, 109 JP Laurel Avenue, Barangay 12-B, Bahada, Davao City. At sa lahat ng mga authorized product distribution centers and outlets sa buong bansa, kaya kung may nais kayong malaman kung saan nyo pwedeng mabili ang ating Ionique Concentrated Mineral Drops at makahingi na rin ng mga health seminars at suggestions tungkol sa inyong mga health problem, pwede kayong mag-text sa ating number 0917-770-7925 o kaya sa 0999-788-7512. O kaya mag-chat sa aming FB account, Ionique CMD Philippines. Pwede nyo itanong dyan, ano ba yung vegetarian diet? Ano ba yung mga suggestion na pwede nyong maibigay sa lahat ng mga health concerns na ating tinatalakay sa ating palatuntunan. At kami naman po'y malugod na mag-reply sa inyo.
Narito na ang ilan lamang sa mga nagpatotoo sa bisa ng Ionique CMD sa pagsasaayos ng kanilang kalusugan sa sakit na diabetes. Si Sister Estela Angeles ng Naga City, 10 taon na may diabetes.
More than 10 years na akong diabetic. Takot din naman ako pag sabi ng doktor na this is a lifetime medication. Actually, masakit talagang aminin yun Noong first na na-discover, actually 160 lang siya. Umabot ako hanggang 400. Nagtatanong din ako sa sarili ko, bakit tubig lang naman yan tsaka mineral? Ano makakabuti dyan? Pero noong paniwanagan ako sa seminar, ang mineral is very important. Ang ginagawa ko talaga, really ask the Lord na gawin itong instrumento na gumaling ako without any synthetic med. Yan, sinunod ko talaga. Normal talaga lahat. Noong pagkakita ko ng resulta ko na normal lahat.
Before, sinabihan kayo, your diabetes will be for life. Ngayon po, naniniwala pa kayo sa sinasabing yon?
Ngayon talaga naniniwala na ako na hindi po totoo yon. Hindi yan totoo. Ang may advice ko lang po sa lahat ng mga diabetic patients, maniwala lang tayo sa pag-change ng ating lifestyle, wala pong hindi pwedeng gagaling. Kasi para sa akin, whatever good you have experienced, you have to share it to others.
Pakinggan ang iba't ibang kwento ng patotoo sa bisa at galing ng Ionique Concentrated Mineral Drops sa programang Tubig at Mga Mineral.
Patuloy kayo nakikinig sa palatuntunang Tubig at Mga Mineral. At sa mga oras na ito, bigyan na natin yung interview portion sa presidente ng MRI. Si Mr. Bruce Anderson, ang president at co-owner ng MRI, ay nagpaunlak ng isang pagkikipagpanayam sa inyong lingkod sa kanyang isang pagbisita niya dito sa ating bansa. Kasi halos yearly nasa Pilipinas siya kasabay ng mga anibersaryo ng Ver1 Rev Enterprise at IMRPC. So, mas mabuti sa kanya nyo mismo mapakinggan ang mga pagpapaliwanag hinggil sa MRI at hinggil sa kung papaano nga ba pinuproseso ang ating MRI Ionique CMD. Narito ang unang bahagi ng 3 parts interview kay Mr. Bruce Anderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, IMRPC and Ver1 Rev Enterprise is very much honored and privileged today to have in us our very distinguished guest in our program. He is the president and co-owner of Mineral Resources International, one of the world's leading ingredient supplier and manufacturer of high-quality mineral supplements. He was also the former commissioner of Weber County. He has traveled to several countries worldwide, promoting his company's mission to improve global well-being through mineral supplementation. Ladies and gentlemen, our very distinguished guest, Mr. Bruce Anderson.
Thank you, Angie. Let me just say that from the Anderson family, from all of the employees of Mineral Resources International, we are so grateful to be on this show today and to send our love to the people of the Philippines.
Well, sir, your company, Mineral Resources International, also well known here as MRI, is tagged as one of the world's leading manufacturer of high-quality food-grade mineral supplements. When and how was your company established?
Actually, we started in 1969, and my father read a series of newspaper articles written by Dr. George W. Crane. And he wrote that if people would drink around an ounce of seawater a day, that many of the degenerative diseases that we experience in America and literally around the world would disappear because they're specifically related to mineral deficiencies. Now, one of these articles really struck my father because we live on the shores of the Great Salt Lake, which is an inland sea, and the Great Salt Lake is around 6 to 10 times more concentrated than seawater. When we first started, he actually went down and got some of the brine from the lake. We had a neighbor lady by the name of Fern Fowers, and she was complaining that she could not kneel down to say her prayers at night because her knees were so stiff and sore. And she had been reading the same article, so when my father went and got some of the water from the Great Salt Lake, she started putting that in her oatmeal in the morning for breakfast. And she ran out, but when my father talked to her later, she said that her symptoms decreased and she didn't want to ask for more, but then after she ran out, her symptoms started to come back again. So she was very convinced about the healing power of the minerals from the Great Salt Lake. And that really got us excited about what could be done with the product. And it really started our mission to really help the health of people around the world.
We will be talking much on the brine or the seawater from the Great Salt Lake. Could you provide us of some information of what Great Salt Lake really is?
Sure. As I mentioned, the Great Salt Lake is around 6 to 10 times more concentrated than seawater naturally. And the thing that we have done is we have developed an all-natural solar evaporation and precipitation process where we bring in the water from the Great Salt Lake into harvesting ponds. It goes sequentially from one pond to another and gets more and more concentrated. As the sodium chloride concentrates, it will crystallize and then drop to the bottom and precipitate out. Therefore, we're able to reduce almost all of the sodium while concentrating the other very important minerals and trace elements. So we find that the product is very rich in magnesium. It has a wide range of balance of other minerals and trace minerals. And we learned over the years that the mineral balance in seawater and the mineral balance in the Great Salt Lake is very similar in balance, and that even seawater has a very similar mineral balance to those fluids found in the human body. And so we've learned that it's a great source to find a balanced source of ideal supplementation. We also learned over the years that the product is in the perfect form. The minerals and trace minerals found in the Great Salt Lake are in a perfect ionic form. And ionic means that the minerals are capable of conducting the body's electrical energy. Every time your brain thinks, every time your brain sends signals to every muscle, every time your muscles move, there are electrical impulses in the body. And these electrical impulses are conducted and generated through the minerals and trace minerals. So they're absolutely essential for a high quality of life and health.
Great Salt Lake is one of the leading sources of mineral, and there are other companies that harvest brine or seawater either for food grade or non-food grade minerals. What makes the products manufactured by MRI very different and very special?
Thank you for the question. First of all, Mineral Resources International and the Anderson family was the original producers of minerals and trace minerals from the Great Salt Lake for food grade purposes. So our family has been doing this business since 1969. No other company has done that. There have been other suppliers of industrial grade minerals, but our focus has always been to improve health and well-being of people around the world. So because of that focus, we have been able to get the balances to a much more perfected state than any other company. So some of the other companies that sell products, they originally even started out with our product, and then they decided to go to a cheaper version later, maybe to save money or whatever. But now, IMRPC still is the only company in the Philippines that exclusively sells the original product from the Anderson family, and our product is sourced from ingredients that were designed to be food grade from start to finish, and that has not been the case with many of our other competitors.
Yan ang first part pa lang ng ating naging pakikipagpanayam kay Mr. Bruce Anderson, ang president at co-owner ng MRI. Sa mga kababayan natin, pwede nyo i-search sa internet, ano ba yung Mineral Resources International? Sa www.Mineral Resources International, yan yung hanapin nyo sa website para makita nyo ano ba yung Anderson's family at ang MRI. Inabot na ako ng oras ng pamaalam sa palatuntunan ngayong umaga. Hanggang sa susunod mga kaibigan, pero bago tayo magpaalam, narito ang ating word of wisdom. Sabi dito, if you have health, you probably will be happy. And if you have health and happiness, you have all the wealth you need, even if it is not all you want. To ensure good health, eat lightly, breathe deeply, live moderately, cultivate cheerfulness, and maintain an interest in life. Ayon yan kay William London. Ako naman si Angie Dakis, bumabati ng isang magandang umaga at maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig. Laging tatandaan, sa Ver1 Rev Enterprise at Ionique CMD, we are caring most dearly.
Inyong napakinggan ang programang Tubig at Mga Mineral. Hanggang sa muli, tayo'y magsasama-sama sa paglalahad ng mga pinakanatural na paraan ng pangangalaga at pagpapanumbalik ng kalusugan. Idatid sa inyo ng Ver1 Rev Enterprise at Ionique Concentrated Mineral Drops. Tubig at Mga Mineral.